Hello, my friends. I have a big announcement to make. I discovered yesterday that my podcast was deleted on Spotify, and I'm okay. I keep telling myself, I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Good things happen to me. So I don't know if anyone has had this experience where their podcast was on Spotify and then it was gone. I actually went into Spotify to grab some links to send to someone who had asked for them only to discover that it was completely gone. And so this is how I discovered it, just organically by looking for my own podcast. And then I decided to check my email and see if there was something I should know about. And I noticed that uh, I think 3 days ago, the email said 3 days ago that the podcast had violated a terms and condition, but it didn't tell me specifically what happened. So I actually don't know. I don't know if it was an image that I used. I quickly processed an appeal. And in the appeal, I mentioned that I was guessing that the violation may have been music that plays in the background of my meditations. So I went ahead and indicated that I purchased my royalty-free music and that I can provide a receipt. And if there's anything else, to please let me know. So this really um, created a domino effect of emotions. I didn't cry, but I want to still. I processed this appeal. I have not heard back. I did get an automatically generated response from the appeal, but I don't believe that it's been processed yet. The really scary thing, and this is a warning to anyone that this has happened to, the email said that if I did not respond in 5 days, then I consent to the removal. And I just can't believe that can just happen automatically. So if this has happened to you, I don't know if there's something going on with that particular platform. I did notice that there were some indications that it was moving from Spotify for podcasters to Spotify for creators. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. They're also rolling out their partner program that is going to make it easier to, if I understand it correctly, it's going to be a little bit more like YouTube, where you can actually be paid for views, which would have been very beneficial for me since all of my podcast was video. So, if you can tell, like I'm a little different today, there's a little bit of tension and stress in my voice. Um, that's what happened. So, for my loyal listeners and viewers, I just want to say I hope that you have found me over here on YouTube. The podcast is intact on YouTube. If you just click on podcast, the every single episode is there. So I'm very thankful for that. Um, I am kind of grappling with some emotions. Like I feel like I'm feeling some grief, but I think it might be too soon for that. I'm hopeful that a human is going to review my claim and see that I haven't done anything new or different. Perhaps this was an AI um, compliance check. Like I'm assuming that Spotify doesn't have a staff of people that is manually going through podcasts and looking for terms of service violations. So perhaps it's a misunderstanding by AI. Maybe they don't like my looping videos for meditation. I don't know. Like they did not tell me. If you know, please tell me in the comments. Drop some love in the comments because I could use some love right now. On the other hand, I want to assure you, I will never quit. I will never stop. I am never going to stop. It is too painful to not live my purpose. My purpose is to share my voice, my words, my hypnotic abilities to impress the minds of my listeners and friends with health and wellness, with being their healthy weight, with um, just truly desiring to do the things that make them feel proud of themselves without resistance, letting it be easy. sharing a message of excellence and not perfection, sharing a message that when the problem is in the mind, so is the solution. And I have to admit, I had to dig deeply and get my head on straight. I had to um, take a moment and pause and decide what I was going to do next. So, um, and what I decided to do was just to update some of the links on my website to direct everyone to YouTube instead of to the other podcast platforms. So I do have, I did have a dream last night. I don't know if you guys care about this. If you don't, please stop watching. But I had this dream early this morning. And it was that I had a baby, but it was a baby that I adopted, and I was just gushing, as I do. I'm a person who just loves to adore what is good and beautiful and true. And so I was gushing over how thankful I was that I had this opportunity to adopt this baby at this stage in my life, um, being that I have an adult child. And so now I had this baby, and I would say, can to my sister, can you hold the baby? And then as soon as I would come back, I would say, where's my baby? Where's my baby? Where's my baby? And everything was okay with the baby. The baby was just like sitting on some pillows or, in a playpen, but it was the recurring message in this dream was, where is my baby? And then things took a dark turn, and I'm not one to have a ton of nightmares. But there was danger. And I remember I was holding the baby and I was walking in a place that appeared to be safe. And yet there were people shooting at me, and I wasn't taking it personal. It just seemed like I was in a danger zone. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go inside with the baby. So I'm inside and I'm holding the baby, and I thought that I was safe there. And then people come in, and I said to them, no resistance. Take anything that you want. Anything. I'll give you anything. And there's no resistance. I just don't hurt me or the baby. So when I opened my eyes this morning, I totally knew that the baby is my podcast. I have so many thousands of hours in there. And, you know, I wasn't doing it for the money, believe me. If you're a creator on a platform, you know that it's hard work. It's the passion of my heart. It is a way that I can reach people that might not ever book a session. It's the way that I can reach people who need to be encouraged. It's the way that I can help people to sleep at night. I got a message that someone shared with me that they I'm sorry. Let me just chill here. That someone shared the podcast with their grandmother to help her sleep, and it worked. And that made me so happy. Shout out to Tony Z, who found me on Spotify. And I see he recently subscribed on YouTube. I suspect he noticed that my podcast was deleted before I did. But shout out to Tony. He kicked the smokes. He did that. I didn't do that. He did that. But he did use my recordings for stopping smoking as a support. And I do have a little pep talk video on there as well. So shout out to Tony for being amazing. And thank you, Tony, for finding me over here. So all is well. I am an optimist, and I suspect that when this is manually reviewed, that all will be well, and it will be restored on all of the platforms. But until then, please continue to find me here. And thank you for your support and your encouragement. Drop me a comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because I want to apologize in advance for any misplaced ads. They are not mine. I am not monetized here yet, but I will be. And when I have more control of that, I will make sure those mid-roll ads disappear. So um, I guess that's it for now. Um, and until next time, much love.